There you go. Recording. Okay. Here we are for the cleaning. Swig of water. I don't have any of my little gewgaws in here that I wanted to use for that. Y'all, give me just half a sec. I got get a little gizmo rag I like. Yeah, one of these will do. Oh, yeah, maybe two. We'll see. All right. After all that shooting, you can see the barrel gets real dirty because of the blowback from the Micro-Roni. So you just take a board brush, and I'm actually going to do more cleaning on here than I usually do. And I'll knock down that. Just run the brush over. You can do whatever. I mean, it's a Glock. You're not going to scratch nothing with this little wire brush. Knock off that big soot. Just like so. And then I'll just take this in here to where the firing pin is, and I would just give it a little, and ta-da, that'd be it, done, right? Now, I'll do a little bit more. Yeah. A little tip. Alright, you see people like cock it back with their hand and put, no. Take your little pincher here, right? Grab it by the sight, grab by the little dovetail there, just give it a slight pull back, and pull down on these, then let it go. It's released. Yep. Okay, pop this guy out here. Pop your barrel out. Ta-da. Alright, well, if you got we got mats here, so I'm just gonna rub it on the mat to get all the big stuff off, because you know they're free. Right up here on the crown. And it's best to do all this, you know, while the barrel is still warm. Why? Because it just is. I don't know why. You don't give anything a chance to really set in there. And I'm just running this along the edge of a mat. It's like a knit mat. Get this out here. I'll go over here with the feed ramp with that, just to get all that crap off. Match the angle of the feed ramp and go up and down there. Use your finger, swipe it off. Okay. Nice and clean. Yeah, I did lick it. So what? There could be lead. Yeah, maybe. Alright, that's part one. Part two, we'll take this here, rub it over here where you got your the block. This here, yeah, this is your extractor's in there. That's your extractor. You want to pop the extractor, you got to pop all this jazz out here. All right, you take your slide plate off. You push down that little button in there with like a pen or a point of a pocket knife or something. All right, and then you can slide the plate off, and this will spring loaded, so be careful. Keep your thumb over the hole. And slide that out, and then you can get into the firing pin channel and clean that. Don't use any fluids in the firing pin channel at all. Nothing, no solvents, nothing. Just maybe put a brush down there, just a dry mop, and that's it. This here, yeah, this is your drop safety. All right. The trigger mechanism, if I can actually get this up for you. Here we go. All right. There we go. That's what it is right here. This here. This will come back when fired, and we'll push up on that. Right after it's cocked. Right, this here is all that's keeping that firing pin from going flying forward to hit the round, and this getting pushed up is a function of the trigger. So if the trigger ain't pulled, and you can drop this all day, that is not going to release back and trip this block, the firing pin block, to drop it forward. So it's drop safe. Now how do we clean the slide? I'll show you how I do that real quick and easy in a second. Do I do that every time? No, I don't. But that's what these come in. This here, show you what this is. Found these on Amazon. They're just a compressed towelette. Little in the cap here. Oops. A little bit of water in the cap. Give you a nice close look at this. Boosh. Oh, look at that. It grows like one of them little firework snakes. Still growing, still growing. And that's all she wrote. Alright, tuck you back in here. So, do this. Yeah, oh, he's using water on his Glock. Yes, he is. Why? Because it's a Glock. Now, this is not dripping wet. It's no more wet than a baby wet, right? And if you see the grain structure on it, how holy it is, yeah, that's how they compress it. So there's physically less towelette here than you would have in like a baby wipe. And then you just run this through there. That's it. That is it. Yep, I'll even run that over here. Now I'm not squeezing all the juice out of there and getting it down there into the channel. No, I am not. I am going to press it down into the rear grooves here. I don't want any soot on the slide itself, or, you know, on the rails inside here. But at the same time, and I come over here and I'll just do these guys. Now, when you're shooting out the MCK, as dirty as these get, right? If you don't clean it after every shooting session, the soot will build up, and there will come a time when you're trying to put your Glock into your MCK, and you will get so pissed off because it's not doing it right, because you got dirty rails. That soot does build up. If you can't slide it in on the sawtooth in there for the rails, clean the rails. You just take your wet rag and there we go. Oh yeah, as you can see here, I don't know, that little symbol for Georgia. This is a USA made Glock, so suck it. Yeah, you can actually see the white dot on the sight now. And get up here where the muzzle would go, and you go ahead and clean that. Oh no, you see some juice squeezing out of the rag. Yeah, it's just a muzzle, bro. It's just a muzzle. Let's see here. I'll feed you through and pull you through. Grab that little girl, pull through. And do the same in this little hole here. Okay, Tyrone, what's with that little hole down there? I'm not even 100% sure. My guess is so you don't get shit in your spring. Right here. That's where your spring rides. Right? As you're shooting, any crap that would get into your spring will fall out this hole. That's just my guess. Now, I'm not using any kind of fancy solvents. Why? One, I'm cheap. I am cheap. And a little more elbow grease, I can get most of this crap off. front rail is not a big issue for the MCK because they don't attach to nothing. Well, I mean, I'm thinking creatively. I mean, the way that charging cable slides over the rear rails, maybe you could do something with the front rails or something, you know? Mount something up there, I don't know, optic, laser. Just give this a little, just a once over. Now, if somebody comes in and wants to hang up targets, I have to stop doing what I'm doing. Range rules. Now, if someone wants to go down range, they call it ceasefire. Everyone's behind that red line. You can't play with guns and ammo at all until everybody's back and the range goes hot. So why am I not sitting here calling range hot, range cold, ceasefire? Because I'm the only one here. Yeah, I got an extended one, has like a little beaded welded nub on there. I got one of those, and it's nice and shiny silver. I don't know, what do you think? Should I replace it or not? Well, why did you buy it if you're not going to replace it? Well, I thought maybe I want to replace it. Here's what I do know. I do know there's a second Glock 48 in my future. My daughter, my oldest, she was shooting this particular Glock, and she did very well. Like at 21 feet and a little bit beyond. She did very well. And she liked shooting this over shooting the Sky that I have, and also over shooting the MCK with this Glock in it. Why is that significant? Because she'll be off to college soon. College is a dangerous place. So like I said, at least one more. I thought about spending the money getting a 43, you know, and see if she likes that better. But then I'm thinking about like 43. That's going to be more snappy than this. So maybe the 42 and 380, right? I thought about that. But my brain can't justify spending the money on a Glock 42 when I have a Glock 43 and magazine, Glock 48 and magazines for it. So what about like a 43X? It's got the shorter slide. That might be a possibility. I could probably get down with a 43X, which the 43X, the slide is this long compared to this long. See the way it sits here? Let me try and line it up correctly. Okay, Glock 48, alright, Glock 43 here. Alright, the 43X, the slide comes to right there. Alright, 48, longer slide, it's got this little, that little bit to support the extra slide. There we go. Let me put it back together. Give this just a little once over. No, I don't clean my magazines. Why? No. They don't get dirty enough to really get cleaned. I mean, honestly, they're magazines. Barrel slides in. Let it fall all the way forward. Go ahead. Where's my spring-a-ding-a-ding? I take a look at the spring. Alright. No bends, no kinks, no nothing. And generally, I want to maybe get one of those tungsten guide rods, but I'm not going to do that until this spring fucking breaks. Yeah. Maybe if I was competing like IDPA or something, or IPSC, I'd definitely get one. Maybe just, you know, to help smooth out that muzzle rise. But till then, I got to carry this damn thing, you know. Slide that puppy in there. She's legit. Now here's something that does kind of drive me up the wall. Alright? And James Yeager pointed this out in one of his videos. I'll show you this in a second. Now, if you go to the Glockstore.com or whatever, or just check out the Glockstore videos, right? Yeah, please check them out. They do a lot of cool ass shit with Glocks. Honestly, really. I mean, they got some really great looking stuff coming out of there. So, something James Yeager said about this is how you're having so many accidental discharges, right? Everybody will say when you put it back together, or anytime Lanny McGill unloads the Glock, right? Slide, go forward, pull the trigger, point the muzzle in a safe direction, pull the trigger in a safe direction, right? That's where the problem is, right? We're training ourselves to that in there, right? Rack the slide, right? I'm sorry, can't do it left-handed. When you rack the slide, got your loaded magazine in there, pull the trigger in a safe direction. What just happened? Right, negligent discharge, because you trained yourself to, when you rack that slide, point in a safe direction, pull the trigger. You're making that part of your training. Don't do that. Honestly, when you put your Glock back together and that slide is racked, leave it racked. All right, you can take your loaded magazine and go and put it in there. Hey, you got a loaded mag in there, right? Holster up. If you're an idiot and accidentally pull the trigger, you're gonna get nothing, right? You'll get nothing because you didn't rack around in the chamber. So after you put it back together, when you're putting it back together, slide goes on. There's no ammo in it at all, right? Leave it as is. Put your loaded in, and there you go. Okay, what do we do well with? I'm going to put some of these 135 gauges in there. Hey, look, we got a couple that jumped out. I'll use my 10 round magazine here. So yeah, go Glockstore.com. You can see a bunch of cool stuff. They did a Glock 48 up with a whole bunch of blue stuff on it, like the magazine release was blue. The slide catch was the slide stop lever here was blue. And this was silver or gold or something like that. Yeah, it looked nice. I got one of those extended doohickeys for the slide stop there. I got one of those too, and that is just all silver. So I'm thinking keep the blue, add the silver just to trick it out. Now, oh, and back to James Yeager. He was saying, oh, don't change your parts in your Glock. Okay. Now, the extended is not very extended. This is not like the legit competition extended slide release. It's just like has a little solder point right there so your thumb can hit it. Or, in my case, my index finger. What else? Now, I'm not going to do like, the colored trigger and whatnot. No. Maybe I will. Now, the internal parts, like the trigger itself, oh no, I won't do nothing with the trigger. I might change the trigger shoe, this part here. When you say the shoe or the trigger boot, right here, that right here, that, you can detach that from your trigger mechanism and put on another one. But I don't know. I don't know if that's money I just want to spend. Oh, I did do this. I should show it to you. The recording. I put on a custom slide plate, which I don't know if you can see that or not. If I zoom in, can I get it? Oh, there we go. It says, "Do not go far from me, for trouble is near, and there is no one here to help." Psalm 22:11. I found that befitting for my Glock. Don't go far. Don't go far from me, because trouble is near. There's no one to help. No one here to help. That's 10. What, another 10. Same ones. I'm thinking I might like these guys to be carried. Yeah, you say, go from leather jackets. Yep. Why? Because it's inexpensive. But what if you get into a gunfight? I've already established this is not going to be a gunfight. It's going to be shooting. Yeah. What you see on the YouTube videos, you get these guys all tacky tarted up with tight t-shirts and beards and shit, and they got their cans on, and they're carrying an appendix, and they're boom, 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 and tuck it back in and reholster it. That's all for fucking show. All for fucking show. I am all for training. Yeah, but train as you're gonna fight. Seriously. If you're gonna carry your gun in a pocket, when you go out to the range, go shooting, put your gun in your pocket and unholster it from your pocket.